Hey, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Thanks for tuning in. If you like what you see, as always, make sure that you subscribe. Appreciate it. Recently had a subscriber ask me, how do you play as a bottom tier medium? How do you make sure you're effective and help the team? Well, I've loaded in here in Malnovka in my Panzer IV-S German premium tier 6 medium tank. Definitely bottom tier of a tier 8 battle. You can see the other team has quite a few more heavies than we do. Although Malnovka is not exactly a heavy friendly map all the time, meaning that mediums and TDs can do some good work on this map. You know, sometimes you click on battle and you instantly regret it. I'm going to type it down here actually in the bottom left. I'm assessing it, thinking about, you know what, I'm in this Panzer IV, not very fast, not a lot of hit points, and that's where I put instantly regret pushing battle down there. What am I going to do? Well, I probably don't want to push left down into the southwest because I'm really not fast enough to get over there, and that's a low percentage play. I don't do that much anymore. It's just too easy for them to stop you. So I'm certainly going to go up towards the north, and I considered going up to the Sniper Hill, which is right here. And you'll see what happens is quite a few of our tanks are going to go there. And when I looked at the setup, I figured we were going to get a bunch of snipers. I would have loved to have seen the medium swarm come up here, swarm up here and just take them down. But that is not what's going to end up happening. You see the Uds is headed over there. The Type 64 has taken up a great spotting point right there. It is a little exposed because if they get around the side of that bush at all, they'll end up seeing you. But you can see that he's lighting up a decent amount of tanks, and he'll light some more up as they start moving around. So I will head over for that sniping bush, which is right ahead of me where the Revelors, where that thing is, that French tank. And they're tearing some guys up. See if I can get a shot here. And now we've got 3 tanks all trying to crowd up on that. So, oh, here's a 4th tank. Now there's 5 of us here. Probably not really required, right? Having 5 tanks all on one little hill. And you can see then, if you've been paying attention, obviously we have an issue over here. If they're able to come up and over and get down in this area, we're in big trouble. The Oni is slowly slogging up that way. Looks like the Cromwell has died. Type 64 is still sitting there, so let's go ahead and head over towards the east side. So game plan, what am I going to do? Well, I'm not going to go up the hill. Going up the hill is suicide, especially in a bottom tier medium like this. Plus there's not 5 or 6 other tanks with me where I could kind of be annoying in amongst them and help out. If I'm the only game in town, I'm going to be 2-shot essentially. Maybe 3 if I'm lucky, depending on what hits me. So my plan is to get up to this big rock, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. The Oni is going to trundle up. I have mixed feelings about that. Maybe he could have stayed back down here and helped. Been a little bit hulled down, but he's going to head up there, and that is going to help us to some extent because it's going to get us some lights and slow those guys down. Because if they were able to just come off that hill and head downhill, got all that downhill momentum, then get down off to my right side and sort of get into some of those low spots down in there, it can be big trouble. So I'm going to come up to this rock, and the plan then is to support the Oni as well as possible. And to get some lights for all these guys that are camping down below me. So I'm going to knock that tree down because that'll be cover for later. You'll see how that becomes important. Hey look, there goes a super out in the open. He's lost his ever-loving mind. Now there's a building there, that's not going to work. Now I only have a few shots here really before I got to get back around into the cover. You can see that they're coming up top where the Oni is lighting these guys up. And that was probably a bridge too far right there. I should not have sat there that long. So now I'm back and I'm going to use this tree as a little bit of camo. You can see the Oni is now taking hits. So shot selection at this point is going to be important, especially for my little gun. I am loaded with gold, but for especially the holes of these big tanks, that's going to, not the holes, but the turrets of these big tanks, that's going to be tough. But there's a Hellcat up there. Let's see if we can get him. Ah, there we go. Outstanding. There's one through, and you can see I'm using that little tree right there. If you'll notice that I am right at the edge of the white line, so depending on their actual capability with spotting, plus that little tree is just a little extra camo, I'm able to sneak out here and get some shots without being seen. Alright, so what am I doing? Bottom tier medium supporting. Alright, so getting to the critical area, Climbing up there was clearly a bad idea. You can see what's up there. I would have been eaten alive. But sitting back here and helping out as best I can. And we got the Hellcat out, so that's alright. Oni's in big trouble. I'm going to come around here, see if I can get a shot. I'm going for the R2-D2, but I end up missing. Oni's in trouble. You'll note that we got a push around to this side, so we're going to have a bunch of guns. Once they clear this guy out, we've got the U's, the Lorraine, and some of these guys that can shoot across. And the majority of their team is up here. You can tell that we're in good shape. They made an ill-advised push, or at least they got spotted over in the southwest. Plus the Type 64 did great spotting work, so we killed a few more off that were camping, and now they're pushing down. Now, this is pretty typical, right? They've won the top. They realize they're losing everywhere else. They've got to get off this hill. They know we're weak on this side, so they're going to come right at us. And I am just going to do my best as a medium, lower tier medium, to just kind of keep them busy here, get some lights, see if I can't maybe track a guy or get their attention. Now, I don't want to poke because I'll be immediately seen and vaporized. So let's see what's going on. Oh, somebody else spotted the KV-5. Here he comes. All right, so let's turn around, see what I can do. I've got some gold left. Ooh, yeah, lucky, right on, right through him. Uh-oh, here he comes. This is going to hurt. Smack. All right, so now I'm just going to back up. I don't want him to ram me. Oh, don't ram me. He can't turn and go forward. All right, so that's the old rope-a-dope right there. Looking like a bit of a matador with the bull. So backed up so I didn't get rammed. Let him go by. He actually ends up snapping me right here. It's a little bit, drives me a little crazy. Oh, come on, really? And I'll come around. Hey, a little something for you there. And that was a more or less full hit point KV-5 that just came through. And he's about dead. This guy, fortunately, is firing HE. Otherwise, I'd be dead. But I'm just doing what I can do. What the heck? Why did I not pen that guy? But I didn't. There goes the 5. This guy, and we clean him up. So just because I'm there, they both came down there trying to take me out. And that's 2 tanks basically down because I'm sitting behind this rock. And I'm able to survive with my whole 2 hit points. But there's still quite a few up there, so let's see. I'm just kind of rocking back and forth. You see the Udes. Damn, how are you alive? Yay me? I don't know. Good question. A little skill, a little luck. But that's the plan, right? I'm up here trying to be a bit of a sport tank and help out the rest of the team. So what do we got going on? I'm going to peek around this corner. All right, there's the 150. I know I can pin him. He gets hammered. That's nice. What else we got? Thinking about maybe come around and take a shot on him, but oh, hey, look at that. There's a T-43. That's going to get me spotted, obviously. He sees me. Now I'm just timing his shots. There he goes. He fired, so I'm going to come out just enough where I can get a shot on him and not get shot by the 150. Okay, I think he fired again, so I'll come out here, I'll take a shot, and I'll get... Nope, he missed. Good. He's shot, so I'll come out, take another shot. What? Okay. Wow. Anyway, so now I'm dead. We end up winning that. There's only 3 tanks left right there. So the question then is, what do you do as a low tier medium? You try to get in there and be effective in some spotting, maybe some tracking, dish out a little damage, entice the enemy to do stupid things. Whatever, it's all those little things. What you don't do is go, I'm a scout, and rage forward and die in the first few seconds, or sit so far back at cap that you're of no use to anybody at all. So just some things to think about. I hope that helps. We will catch you later, and as usual, if you like what you saw, subscribe. We will see ya.